We have reached the end of July. Summer kind of starting to wind down. Kids will be back in school here in a few weeks. Crazy to believe the high school football season will start 4 weeks from tomorrow night. Time flies when you're having fun. That happens each and every summer. If anyone can figure out how to not have summer on fast forward, that's $1 million idea. Don't think it can be done though. But as long as time is flying by and fun is being had, we appreciate you spending a part of your summer each and every Thursday morning by listening to the Our Town program here on 94.9 and 99.1 The River. I'm Darren, the host. The sponsor is Decorah Bank and Trust. A little later on in the program, we'll talk to Scott Hermann with the Decorah Police Department. National Night Out taking place next Tuesday night at Phelps Park in Decorah. Scott will tell you all about it. It's Corn Days weekend and Crazy Days sale in Waukon. We'll hear from Mandy Halverson from the Waukon Chamber. Mandy will tell us all about that. But our first guest this morning, starting tonight, it's the Star City Film Festival in Waukon. And it's always fun to catch up with the amazing Katie O'Regan. She will be our lead, shall we say, this morning for the Star City Film Festival in Waukon this weekend. Katie gets us going next. This is the Our Town program. It's brought to you by Decorah Bank and Trust, and you're listening to it on 94.9 and 99.1 The River. The Star City Film Festival is returning for its eighth season this weekend in Waukon. And when it's Star City Film Festival time, we talk to our good friend Katie O'Regan. An absolute pleasure to have you back on the program, Katie.
Thank you so much, Darren. Thank you so much for having me on this program. You do a wonderful service in our community.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. In the 8 years of this festival, when you look at the progress and how it has evolved over the years, how has this festival evolved in a positive way? How have you kept it maintained to its roots on what this festival is all about? Discuss the journey of the years of this event. How has it gone?
Well, it's interesting because I got the first idea for the first film festival when I was working for Giants of the Earth as an independent contractor. So I worked with my company, Sacred Noise Society, in conjunction with them, and I came up with the idea of having this film festival. And lo and behold, I asked Ed Asner to be the guest of honor, and he indeed graced us with his presence for the first film festival. And then, I haven't stopped since. He came back for the second film festival. Um, and then Daniel Baldwin came for our second film festival. And I did it in a different town. I first did it in Spring Grove, then I did it in Spring Grove, in Caledonia and Spring Grove. And then I did it in Waukon. And then I did it in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And then I did it in, it's an interesting journey from going from city to see the differences in the audiences, which is pretty remarkable. But it's also, to go to your question, the sameness of the festival is that we're a boutique festival and it's all about the filmmakers. So I make a personal effort to reach out to our filmmakers and know who they are. And I interview them. I personally invite them. I personally choose their films. I talk to them uh, during the year sometimes. I encourage their new work. And I have returning filmmakers, which is my greatest joy, which is the reason I do it. I have some filmmakers that have been through seven of our film festivals that are coming back to Waukon this year. And
That
now we have, yeah, isn't that cool?
that's a
They're
very
really,
cool thing.
yeah, they're very talented people, and we just keep on doing it. And in the world of film, which with streaming, it's very difficult to make money on independent films. No matter, I mean, people put millions of dollars into independent films and never make any money back on them. Now, that's just the market. So it's kind of switched in the indie film market to we filmmakers who do it for the love of it, and we're also professionals. We now are really, I think, hunkering down and really working together and to bring it our work through film festivals and through, truly independent markets, because Hollywood doesn't have time for independent films in the last years, 'cause it's just the way of the world right now.
You talked about taking this festival to various communities. Many of them have been in our area. You've taken it out of the
Yes.
area a little bit. You
Mhm.
mentioned that the audience in those communities has been a little different, but what
Yeah.
has been the same about the audience in all seven festivals to this point?
The human condition is that if you're someone who loves art and you have a curious mind, you're a natural born independent filmmaker audience member. So everybody who comes to a filmmaker, everybody who's come to my film festival certainly has been somebody I remember. And we stay in touch on Facebook or on Instagram. So I like to build community with like-minded people who like interesting things. It's fun to watch movies that you would never watch when you're at a film festival. You would never go, oh, I'm looking for a good movie. Let me screen, for my tastes online streaming. And when you come to a festival, you're presented with opportunities to watch these different short films, some different featured films. And oftentimes at our film festival, you're lucky enough to talk to the filmmaker, which is really cool to see their perspective. Um, so what's like is curious, interesting, smart people come to the Star City Film Festival.
And when you talk about the community of independent filmmakers, which you are a part of that community, the continuity between your group, do you find that maybe it's just the films that are just bringing you together, and maybe it's opened doors to you and to other people that I might not have known this person if we didn't have this similar interest?
So true, Darren. That is absolutely true. Independent filmmakers come from very, very different backgrounds, and our common ground is the film festival. Young, old, in between, different cultures. It's we're very, very, very different lot. And yet we have this huge thing in common. The person that's willing to put their heart into an independent film, to put their money in, to put their heart in, to put their biggest gift in life, time, into doing this, to actually producing it and directing it and being in it, not just writing it, because writing is a very small part of an independent film. The rest,
Interesting. Why is that?
because, so I'll use this analogy. When I'm a writer, so I could tell you this.
Okay.
Um, so writing is a very solo journey. I mean, people do collaborate on writing, but basically it's a solo journey. So I can sit down and write 20 pages of a script in, you know, 3 hours. I'm not saying it's a brilliant script, but I can make that script, or I can tell a story, or in one week, and I'm a playwright. So I can change an entire play or create an entire play in a week. And oftentimes scripts are created. Some of the best scripts, quite frankly, are created in a very short period of time without any money that you put into it. And it's just your time. It's not all the other things that a filmmaker does, a producer does, who puts their money in it, who gets the actors, who markets it, who brings it to film festivals, who directs it. All the people that are involved in the actual production of it are are really what makes a film, and that's why in the film world that they always say there's three films: the written script, the directed script. After you direct it, what comes out, and then after it's edited. So the editor gets the final say in a movie, unlike a book.
Hmm.
The writer always gets the say in the book, unless they get picked up by a big, publishing company who says, "Hey, you better edit this." So do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying on that?
Oh,
So
yeah.
so
Go ahead.
lots of
Go
people.
ahead. Don't let me interrupt you. So,
Well, I love when you interrupted me because you asked me such good questions.
thank you.
Thank you for asking me that, because it's a very personal question to me. Lots of people have asked me to produce their scripts. Um, And I did collaborate on a script with Phyllis. Yes, I didn't collaborate on a script, but I adapted her script and I made a movie out of it, which is the final version is called Give Him Hell Honey. And I'm really proud of that movie. It took me a long time to do the final version of it. So I speak from a producer, director, actor, songwriter, writer who has been through that journey and to Hollywood and talked to lots of people in Hollywood and what the journey is like as a filmmaker. And so in over the last 5 years that I've kind of had the privilege to work on that story. It's a combination of Phyllis's story, which is great, and a combination of my personal story, which is wonderful because it's about my life's journey. So it's just been a wide eye opening experience to be a part of a feature film that's now playing on Amazon, that's now streaming on Fossum for free. Um, and all the while also doing this film festival, working with countless numbers of indie filmmakers who are like, hey, Katie, want to do my script? I'm like, no, I don't. I want you to come play with me. I will be an actress. I'll be your director. I'll do anything, but I'm going to bend more on that side because it's much easier than to do all of it.
Take us through the process of the written script to the final production. When you go through that process, is every journey kind of different based on
Yeah.
your previous experience? Because I'm tempted to ask how long of a process does that take, but part of me says it depends on who you're working with and what everybody you're collaborating with wants out of that film. Is that a fair way to put it?
That is a fair way to put it. There's uh there's no right way to do a film. In fact,
Okay.
I was talking to one of my filmmakers about that. When I say my filmmakers, I say someone who I accepted their film in my festival, and I think he's a very talented filmmaker. And we were talking about, you know, in film school, you get told this is the way how to do it, and this is the way you do it, and this is the way proper way, and that's all out. It's very passe now because media changed. What we're doing, we're making a film right now. You and
Yeah.
I, we're filmmakers because you work at a station, and I'm a professional who works, in a film festival that I founded. And we're creating, you and I are right now filmmakers. And our art, as far as I'm concerned, is no less of a film or an art than any other short film that gets out there. In fact, I love this kind of very personal interaction because it's very honest and it's very real and it's not scripted. And I love things that go to the heart to watch, to listen to, because I think that's what's important in life.
When you look at your journey as a filmmaker, how have you changed since the first film that you directed, produced, to the most current work that you're working on?
Well, oh, that's a great question. I was just thinking about that because I was just getting ready for the film festival, and I'm doing a new movie, which is going to be very different. It's a very indie, very impromptu. Some of it's going to be made up dialogue just with the actors, and we're going to shoot part of it at the film festival
Awesome.
on
Cool.
at my new theater that it's in. I have a lot in the back of my home which I made into a theater. I didn't do it. I had wonderful people who helped me kindly to do it. I did, very little because I can't do what they can do. um but so to answer your question, I decided that I've always loved improv in the theater, um because other people's voices are so terribly interesting, and when you hire great actors, or in this case, we're doing it volunteer because we don't have the money to make a big feature film, but we're going to make it look like a big feature film because we're going to do it. So we're going to take great actors. I have the storyline. It's called Give Me a W. We're going to shoot it all in Waukon. Part of it's in the film festival. The film festival scene is going to be in the movie, so it's like a story within the story.
Nice.
So this is very non-scripted. It's like I have the storyline, and then I'm just going to let it, you know, God just go, hey, how about do this story? How about tell this story and see what it looks like and see what we have? And so I have um, definitely decided that that's the way you make a film and do it quickly with great talent.
Oh,
because people don't have time and they can't afford producers, indie producers cannot afford to pay SAG, which is so sad because I paid SAG for my feature film and it's very expensive. And you have to have a lot of funding or you just spend all your money like I did on that film, and I'm grateful I did that, but it's expensive. And so you have to do it. I have a nonprofit organization, so I don't have to hire SAG actors, although I would love to. um, so we're just going to do it indie, really, really indie. So that's my thing because I'm an artist and I've directed over 65 shows on stage, and I've done it my whole life, and I'm not going to stop because I can't afford it or because the market changed, because we artists don't quit. We're just going to make art anyway, Darren.
and you're not going to get us to change either, right? So,
That's right. You and I, yeah, we're going to do it. We're just going to keep doing it. Right.
and
Try to stop us.
since it's an improv film that you're working on, I'm guessing the scores are made up and the points don't matter. Like whose line it
Right.
is it anyway, right?
Right. I say the best scene wins, You got a great actor. I have two wonderful actors that I'm having I asked to be a part of this film, in which they agreed to, which I'm very excited about. And I've worked with both of them before, and they're both filmmakers and they both have films in my film festival. And Todd Siskey is one of them. You'll meet him if you come to the festival. He's got two films. He's got a video and a short music video and a short film web series in it. And Daryl Herdlicka, who was in my movie Give Him Hell Honey, who's a brilliant actor. Uh, and I'm going to put them in a scene together and be like, okay, here's the story, guys. Have a conversation. And I have a beautiful scene set up with my Winnebago in my, by my theater, and it's beautiful lighting. And I think it's going to be killer because they're great actors and they know the story. I've talked about it to them enough. So I'm going to film it, and we're going to have a campfire, and they're going to like have this really intense scene, and we'll do a couple other scenes too. So you should come, Daryl. We're going to do that on Friday night at the film festival.
All right, we'll see what is in my schedule on that end of things. But you talk about the market for independent films.
Mhm.
Hard to make money, hard to put a lot of money into a
Yeah.
film. But with the streaming world nowadays, can you get your work out to more people easier than you could before?
Now it changes. I swear to God, it changes every 6 months, maybe even sooner. I was lucky enough to get my final movie on Amazon, which now it's really hard to get it on Amazon, I guess. I mean, it
Well, but
took a
you're Katie
lot.
O'Regan though, so
I'm Katie O'Regan, and I work harder than most people.
yeah, you do.
So I got it done because I was not gonna do all that work and not have it, you know, stream, right? So, um, but now they changed the rules, so it's harder if you haven't done it before. It's really difficult to get that. It's difficult to get distribution. The whole thing is extremely changed, and they pay less because they can. And I'm going to talk about Amazon because I'm a personal fan of Amazon because I buy their stuff. I don't care about the politics of it. They picked up my movie. I'm grateful for. Um, I put it on. I put it on Amazon, and they said yes, and they say no to a lot of movies. Um, so yeah, is it easier? I don't know because I wasn't in this market 10 years ago.
Okay. But,
Um,
but
I
who
always did
was?
film. Yeah, right. I know.
In
Well,
fairness.
yeah, yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah.
It's really a different world. Content is easier to create because our cameras are less expensive. On a 4K, iPhone, obviously because they're all 4K iPhones. I mean, if they're newer ones, of course. You can't tell the difference when you shoot on a 4K in the editing room iPhone than you can on a $25,000 camera. That's 4K. 4K is 4K, which is fascinating.
But if you're texting someone on the $25,000 film, would it come up green or blue? I gotta ask.
Right? Judging, ching. What
All right.
chopping up a damn.
Thank you. I'll be here all week
Great, great,
on
great,
that
great.
end of things. But let's get to the festival itself. It's coming up this weekend in Waukon, July 31st through August 3rd.
Mhm.
let's hit on some of the highlights of the festival itself, and where can people get all the information about this weekend's festival?
So you can go to sacrednoisesociety.org, sacrednoisesociety.org, and there's the schedule there. Um, and we'll have a final of each film when it's going to play in a block, um, probably tomorrow. But it's the festival schedule is already on Sacred Noise Society. And I'll tell you what the rundown of it is. Thursday night we're going to do at the new Three Dolphins Theater, which is at 501 3rd Street Southwest here in Waukon. It's an indoor outdoor venue. You can bring a lawn chair in a cooler, and you can sit outside and watch, or you can sit inside. We have chairs inside, and there's a nice huge big screen. We have a great sound system. Tomorrow night we're going to show a doc of Pope Leo to kick off the festival, because I love Pope Leo. I think he's a really remarkable human being. He's a good Midwestern boy who became Pope, which is remarkable. And I think he's got a beautiful heart. So I wanted to put that first. And and then we're going to have a couple more films on Thursday night. And then we're going to do a staged reading with microphones. So in outdoors, you can sit, and the doors will be open. There's big swing curtains on the theater, and you can be in the theater and listen to a stage reading of Robert Farhite, who's actually from Waukon, returning filmmaker. He doesn't live in Waukon now, but he's originally from Waukon. We're going to read out loud a new script that he wrote. So actors on microphones, I'm going to be one of them, and we're going to read for the audience. And it's really fun because we just read the scripts, and audiences really love a live script reading because it's just like watching a play. Like you
Mhm.
forget that the actors have the script. So we're going to do that. I always do. I always like to read writers' scripts at a film festival, which most festivals don't do, but it's my thing. I love to have
Why?
writers
Why do you like doing that compared to other film festivals? Why is it your thing?
because I love to have writers be able to have people say their words. I mean, it's phenomenally helpful for a writer. It's also terribly interesting for an actor to read a script that they've never read before. It's a great challenge. So if you love to learn lines and be an actor and you're trained in the theater like I've done my whole life, I love to read someone else's script and get a part. It's a challenge for me. And read it like you've read it 1,000 times before. It's a craft, you know. So actors love to do that. And then the audience knows that the actors have never seen their script. So it's a funny kind of thing. You know, you can't screw it up as an actor because, you know, it's an interesting a live staged reading.
And how do you go about putting like the right voice inflection, emotion, the right mood into something that you've never seen before?
Well, that's the greatest thing. So that's the challenge. So you really can see where your writing lies when because an actor who's a good actor can read almost anything, right? Now, if you don't know about the character, that's what's so interesting because you get a different perspective. Let's say I'm reading a role Penelope, and I'm a mom of 4 kids, and I have this line saying, I'm just making this up. My daughter's name Jennifer, and I say, Jennifer, you're such a good dishwasher. Could you please help me come over and wash the dishes tonight? And now, see, I could say that line if I just saw that line that I didn't know what her tone inflection was supposed to be because I don't know her character was supposed to be.
Okay.
I could say it like, Jennifer, could you please come over and wash the dishes? Because you're I could say it very sarcastically, right? Right? Or I could say, Jennifer, could you please come over and wash the dishes? Because you are really a good dishwasher. Meaning, I really want to spend time with my daughter and
No.
be sincere, right? And so you don't know. And that's what's so interesting about it because maybe the writer who's developing their new script was like, oh, that's interesting. And that's the power of hiring an actor who
Okay.
can give you an idea, who brings your character alive, who like makes your words fly.
So basically, it's just an example of a lot of things you're touching on here that you can't do this alone. You have to
Oh, you
have other
cannot do this
people.
alone.
You have to have other people bring your project to life. Is that
Absolutely.
fair?
That's complete. That's so, so, so true. I was, I said this when I was talking to someone else being interviewed, and I said, people say, "Oh, you do this almost, all by yourself." I said, "No, no, no, no. I do not do any of this by myself. No, no. I write by myself. I write songs by my. I don't do this film festival by myself. Oh my Lord. All the filmmakers, all the people that help you, who help market it, you who are having this interview, you're a part of it, and you have been, and thank you. There's so many people that go behind the scenes to make it happen. I organize all of it, and I'm the force behind. I created it, but I you don't you want do you don't want to just see me at the film festival and watch my you know movies and listen to me do a one woman show. Now, if I've done that, but that's not a film festival. That's just coming to watch me do my art. You're coming to watch all kinds. I mean, we have 44 projects at this film festival.
Awesome.
So it's a pretty and this is the longest film festival. This is a 4-day festival.
All right.
So Thursday night we start at the Three Dolphins Theater, and we start at 4 o'clock and we go to like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I have a big, huge blow up black screen for outside and a big screen inside. And so if we want to, when it gets darker, we turn around another projector and we watch. It's like a 21-foot screen outside. So bring your bug spray and a lawn chair, or you can sit inside the theater and still see the movie because it's a really big screen. And then on Friday we go to the Waukon High School and we start at noon, and we show movies all day until like 5 o'clock. 5 hours of different short films because we want to get everyone's film that entered into the festival that I chose, right?
Yes.
So if you want to just come watch, you can come for free at the Waukon High School, and there's films all day. And some of the filmmakers will be there Friday. And then Friday night, for the filmmakers that are here, we're going to go to Corn Days, downtown Waukon, shutting the movies down, and we're going to just walk on down or drive on down to walk on downtown Waukon and enjoy the outdoor fest for Corn Days and have some corn and talk to each other and enjoy Waukon and to see the sights. That's what we're going to do. Then we're going to come back to the Three Dolphins Theater here and do outdoor indoor movies again and more stage readings.
And the weather is looking
It's
great
looking
right now.
bright.
Well,
God is
knock on
good. God
wood
is
on
good.
that end of things for the indoor
Yeah.
outdoor events coming up. Let's run down your activities for Saturday, and including your special guest star of this film festival.
So Saturday, after we do late night movies, we have Creep Fest. We're going to show some scary movies outside on Friday night. So, come on over. We're gonna go late on Saturday night. So then we don't start until noon on Saturday. Once again, back at the high school because we want that nice air conditioned high school. Friday during the day and Saturday during the day to watch movies. And then so we watch movies and we have talk backs. Oh, but on Saturday first we don't go straight to the high school. We go to the Uptown Grill on Waukon's Main Street, and we do a lunch and learn with filmmakers. We're going to have about 3 different filmmakers talk about what it's like to make film and in their project. It's going to be interesting, and you get lunch at the Uptown Grill and come into the party room, and we're going to do that until like 2 o'clock. 12 o'clock to 2. Then we're going to go over to the high school theater, watch more movies. Then we're going to have our special guest of honor, Max Allen Collins, who was a world famous mystery writer and filmmaker and general Renaissance man, and his wife, who's his partner in crime, Barbara Collins, come. And he's going to talk about it. And I'm sure Barbara might talk about it. I don't know if she will or not, but she'll be there. And it's thrilling to have them because he has a remarkable career as a writer and a filmmaker and a best-selling mystery genius. Really, he's considered one of the best in the world. He really is. So he's so worth coming to watch, to listen to him. And then we're going to premiere his new film, Death by Fruitcake, which is an hour and a half long feature film, which is fantastic.
Is that a Christmas movie, perhaps?
No, but it's about
Okay.
fruitcake.
Okay.
Uh, it's a funny tongue-in-cheek kind of mystery film noir kind of really fantastic movie.
And,
It's really great to see. So yeah,
and then on Sunday, you close out with a little bit more at the Three Dolphins Theater, correct?
yeah, I'm gonna do some more films in the morning at the Three Dolphins Theater. Saturday night, we're gonna after we watch Max's film, we're gonna come back to the Three Dolphins Theater and watch more late movies. Then we're gonna get up and do films at the Three Dolphins Theaters, and then we're gonna have our award ceremony for our filmmakers at noon. So I give them what they won. I give them we announce, and they get to be a winner if they win a category, which is fantastic for them. And it's a thrill to do.
And always good to bring that happiness and joy to people. I know we've covered a lot of things. Anything we're
Yeah.
missing?
No, I want people to know it's free to come watch the movies at the high school theater. So I really would love you guys to do that. It's also free to come here at the Three Dolphins Theater. It's donation. If you want to do a donation, that's great. We're having a dinner with Max Allen Collins for about 40 people that have, signed up. We're having a nice dinner, brisket dinner. Um, if you really want to be a part of that, that's $25 for to have the chance to come and sit and talk with him and our wonderful filmmakers. Um, but if you don't want to do that, you can still, come and watch all the movies here for free. And I really want to invite people to come. Don't feel shy. You don't have to stay for every movie. If you want to leave in the middle of one, you're absolutely welcome to do that. We take no prisoners. If you want to come for 10, if you want to come for like 20 minutes and check out the theater and see what it sounds like, do it. Because this is not going to be my last rodeo. I'm building this festival so we can, it could have a home, and now it actually has a home in Waukon, Iowa. So
Which is
I'm really proud of it.
yeah, it's a pretty awesome thing. I'm gonna test your improv skills a little bit here.
Got it. You got me. Go ahead.
30-second radio commercial for the Star City Film Festival coming up this weekend, coming your way. Or do you want a countdown or should I do the click thing?
Just do the click.
Click.
Hi, this is Katie O'Regan. I'm the director of the Star City Film Festival. We have 44 projects, films, and new scripts this year. It's at the Three Dolphins Theater in Waukon, Iowa, and at the Waukon High School Theater. And if you want information, go to sacrednoisesociety.org. Everybody's welcome. We want to see you there. Thanks a lot.
It was only 24 seconds, so you even
That's pretty good.
conserved times a little bit there. That was very impressive. I had no doubt that you would accomplish that well. Katie, always good catching up with you. Thanks for bringing this world-class talent to our home area this weekend. Best of luck with everything this weekend at the Star City Film Festival.
Thank you so much, Darren. I appreciate your positive vibes. We'll
Katie
see you around.
O'Regan, Katie O'Regan, Star City Film Festival coming up this weekend, Thursday through Sunday in Waukon. Coming up this weekend, it's Corn Days in Waukon, like they celebrate every year at this time. Mandy Halverson, the executive director of the Waukon Chamber of Commerce, joining us. And for those watching the video, sometimes the computer and the video aren't getting along, and that's the reason why we can't see Mandy this morning. But it's always good to talk to her. And Mandy, looking at the schedule for this weekend, things really start. The fun really starts early Friday morning, correct?
Yeah, we start Corn Days off with Crazy Day sales, which is in conjunction with the Iowa Free Tax Weekend. So it's always good to shop your local stores for some sales, plus save on sales tax. So back to school shopping is a great time to do this during Corn Days.
And after or I guess coinciding more than anything with the Crazy Days sale, events start going at 10 a.m. on Friday morning. Let's just run down the events of Friday.
Sure. So we'll start with the Crazy Day sales. And then we do close our main street starting at noon just to help us in prep to get everything cleaned up and cleared out. And then our meal will begin at 4 p.m. on Friday evening, and it'll go 4 to 8. During that time, we'll have a kids zone with inflatables, We've got some hair tinsel that's going to be put in by a few little girls. We've got character paintings. And then new this year, sponsored by RW Platzens, will be our kitty car show. And that's going to be located in front of Cunningham Hardware. So that should be fun to see. All the kids bring out their, big wheels, their scooters, or whatever they're proud of, to have a little car show for them as well. But during the meal as well, we'll also have the Uptown Jazz. We'll be playing some dinner music for us. Everybody seems to enjoy that. Gives a nice relaxing feeling to having the meal downtown on Main Street. And then after they're done and the meal's wrapped up, Throwback Jack will be kicking off our street dance that night from 8 to 11 p.m. So that should be a good time as well.
And looking at the menu for the community appreciation meal, sounds like a pretty good feast.
Absolutely. $10. You get a hot dog or a brat, all you can eat sweet corn, chips, watermelon, and a drink. So it's a really good deal.
And then early Saturday morning, the fun restarts from it looks like.
Yep, absolutely. We'll kick off the day again, starting with Crazy Day sidewalk sales, starting at 9 a.m. for those. Then you can hit up the WW Car and Bike Show. They'll be doing that out at their place from 9 to 1. We've got a co-ed softball team, slow pitch softball, tournament happening up at the Albuquerque County Fairgrounds. And then we have another new thing this year as well, which is a little 3-on-3 basketball tournament for our youth, which will be at the East Elementary playground. So they'll get some sports, teamwork, basketball in. So that's fun, put on by the Park and Rec board this year. And then I think the day winds down pretty much that afternoon. But then we also did, not on the schedule, but we've added it late, is an antique tractor show on Sunday morning. So that'll also be up at the fairgrounds. So
you mentioned a few new things going on with Corn Days this weekend. How do you come up with the new ideas to put on the schedule and keep the event fresh?
Well, we like to partner with all of our community organizations. So when there's more of us putting our heads together to offer an event that is, community wide, it helps come up with new things. So we're glad, that the Park and Rec stepped in to help with something. And then one of our chamber members to do the kitty car show. It's just nice to have more than just the chamber, working on things. When we all work together, it helps make the event a success.
Anything we're missing? Anything else you want to touch on? As long as you got the forum this morning.
No, just hopefully you can join us either for the meal or any of the smaller events, whether it's 20 minutes or, shopping downtown. We'd be happy to see you and happy for you guys to join us in this community event.
All right, Mandy, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk about Corn Days this weekend. Sounds like a beautiful weekend weather-wise. It should be a fun weekend in Waukon. As always, we thank you for the time.
Thanks, Darren.
Mandy Halverson with the Waukon Chamber. Corn Days coming up Friday and Saturday. Coming up next Tuesday, it's National Night Out, an event that is held yearly in the city of Decorah. And with us to discuss the evening is Scott Hermann with the Decorah Police Department. And Scott, how many years has this event been going, and what is the goal and the purpose of this event?
So first off, thanks, Darren, for having me on. I really appreciate this time. But this here is our 5th year, I believe, in Decorah that we've been doing this. We started doing it, and it's just basically a way to get out in the public. Kind of no strings attached, just have a good night, get to meet some of the emergency responders in the area, some of the law enforcement in the area, just get out as a community and have a fun night out.
And when you look at this year's event of National Night Out, give us the specifics of the event coming up next week.
Okay, so it's always the first Tuesday in August. It's a national program, so it's always the first Tuesday in August. So it's August 5th, which is next week, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and it's at Phelps Park here in Decorah. There's no sign up or anything like that. Just show up. We've got free food for everybody. I've got pulled pork sandwiches from Lynch Barbecue. We've got hot dogs from Fairway, bags of chips and fruit from Walmart. We've got cookies. We've got bottled water from Hy-Vee. Twin Springs Supper Club has also chipped in and helped us out a lot this year. So that's kind of the food side of it. We've also have Power Jam Productions out of Austin is coming in, bringing a DJ up. So we're going to have music again. So there's probably going to be some dancing, probably not from me, but some folks might want to try to do some dancing. So we'll have a good night. We've got some other vendors, a chance to meet law enforcement, a chance to meet some of the other first responders in the area, and just again, no strings attached. Just have a good night.
How many entities are going to be involved with this from a law enforcement and a first responders perspective?
So I send invitations out to the State Patrol. We're actually co-hosting this with Winship County Sheriff's Office. So obviously you'll see Decorah Police Department there, Winship County Sheriff's Office there. The State Patrol there usually shows up. We have the Decorah Fire Department, the WinMed ambulance usually shows up. Let's see, we have had Calmer Police has showed up before. We have emergency management normally is a attendance there as well. So I don't know. I lost count of how many we were at, but most of the locals show up.
And when it comes to a night like this, just being a part of that community, what do you as a department and you as an individual officer, what do you get out of a night like coming up next Tuesday night?
You know, what we get out of it is just a chance to get out and meet the public. You know, one of the main reasons we started this was we have a lot of new officers. And if you talk to people, they're like, boy, you've got a lot of new officers. I really don't know some of these officers. It's a way for us to get out in the community, for them to get to know the officers, for the officers to get to know the community just on a positive note, on a positive side, and just had good conversations.
And it's so important, I'd imagine, from a law enforcement perspective and a first responder perspective, because the community that you're assigned to protect is your community, and that's same with all law enforcement and first responders as well. Is that a fair way to put it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm working Monday through Friday, or I'm working my shifts like everybody else. But at the end of the day, you know, my kids are in the schools. I'm shopping at the grocery stores. I'm shopping at the downtown area. So, yeah, this is all part of our community as well. So,
And the price is right as usual for an event like tonight.
absolutely, the price is right. I'm always blown away by when I go around and talk to some of these vendors around town. They're just so eager to jump on this, and I think they all see that as such a positive type experience that they're always just willing to help out and jump on and help us out with this.
And how does that make you feel as department, knowing the fact that the community has got your back?
Darren, I can't tell you what that means to us. I think that means more than anything, just um, knowing that we go out there and we try really hard to do a good job. We try to have a good public image, and you know, when it comes back this way, and you know, people supporting us. I mean, I don't even know if I can describe that correctly. It's just a great thing.
Anything we're missing? Anything else you want to add on about National Night Out next week, or anything else from a Decorah Police Department or law enforcement perspective?
Yeah, I guess the only thing I would add is that it's actually the police department, the Winship County Sheriff's Office, and Helping Services for Youth and Families. The three of us are all part of this. I think we all saw the value in this program and doing this. Like I said, this is our fifth year. Every year we run out of food, but people don't care. They're still coming. They're having fun. It's always been a great event for us. So I'm really looking forward to next Tuesday.
Well, Scott, we appreciate your efforts in organizing this important community event coming up next Tuesday night. We thank you for the time, and most importantly, we thank you and everyone with the Decorah Police Department and our law enforcement and first responders for what they do to keep our community safe.
Thanks, Darren. I appreciate it.
Scott Hermann with the Decorah Police Department. National Night Out at Phelps Park in Decorah next Tuesday night from 5 until 7. Hey, thank you to our guest on the program this morning, Katie O'Regan, Star City Film Festival. Check out all the event schedule at sacrednoisesociety.org. A lot of fun to be had and walk on this weekend, I should say, and every other time for that matter. Speaking of the fun to be had and walk on this weekend, it's Corn Days, Crazy Day of Sales as well. We want to thank Mandy Halverson for joining us to tell us all about Corn Days coming up this weekend. And we thank our first responders and law enforcement as always. And way to get to know them and thank them personally. Next week is National Night Out at Phelps Park in Decorah from 5 until 7 on Tuesday night. And we appreciate Scott Hermann taking a few minutes out of his busy schedule to tell us all about that. Don't forget, you can watch the video version of this conversations that we have each and every Thursday morning. You're busy, a lot of things going on. You can't always be near a radio or a smart speaker at 9 o'clock on a Thursday morning, but we want to bring these conversations to you. You can go to 731 Our Town program. That's a way to get it if you're out doing whatever you're doing on YouTube. And don't forget, if you just want to hear the audio version of it, go to our SoundCloud page. It's available on all of our radio station websites here in the LA Communications family. And we also put the links up to the videos on all of our Facebook pages as well, because it helps us be in touch with our communities. Because A, that's our number one job in radio, and B, without you folks, none of this would make sense. So, another way to consume our content here at LA Communications. Thanks to our sponsor, Decorah Bank and Trust. A thank you to our guest, and most importantly, we thank you. That's right, you, for tuning in, for logging on, or for watching Our Town on 94.9 and 99.1 The River.